Okay, good afternoon. It is Thursday, November 6th. Okay, I'm trying to still figure out what's going on with my vehicle. I'm going to try to call the dealership. Okay,
Your call is being recorded for quality purposes.
okay, so it's going to voicemail. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. He said he was able to get it started, but then I should probably
Kia
talk.
Service, this is Lazar. How can I help you?
Lazaro, I was just calling to check on my vehicle. Did you get it started?
What's the name on the vehicle?
Debbie Davis?
Yeah, so the technician was gone yesterday, but he was able to actually grab someone else, and they are able to get it started sometimes, but not all the time.
Okay, so what could be causing that?
The internal that spot, the internal
What is that called
connection.
exactly? What is a dead spot? I don't even know what that is though. Like what? How do you mechanically explain a dead spot?
Let me see if I could pull up your paperwork real quick.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm trying to understand.
So dead spot is in the start is a failure point on the communicator where the brushes lose electrical contact, causing the starter motor to stop working temporarily.
Okay, failure point. Okay. Okay. All right, but is it we're starting now? Can you It's starting now?
It's kind of a hit or miss. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't.
Well, can you send somebody to come and get me like we did before so I can get my vehicle and try to bring it just where I'm at?
Where are you located at?
I'm at the same place I was before, where they came and get me.
What would be the address?
I'll call you back with the address, but it's I call you back with the address. It's the same place that you sent me before.
Mhm.
They came and picked me up before.
Yeah, I can't quite remember where that
Okay,
was.
I'll call you back.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So it seems like they're playing games. I've never in my life had anything like this happen to my vehicle, and I believe this is political. This is political harassment by the Democrats. Okay, so let's talk about the history here of what's happened with these Democrats here. Okay, with if you remember, there was a senator named Paul Wellstone that was killed in a plane crash here, and this was July 21st, October 25th, 2002. American author and politician who represented Minnesota in the United States Senate. He was killed in a plane crash near Elevith, Minnesota. Um, so was this politically motivated? Many people do believe so. Okay, many people believe that his plane crash was motivated, and then they immediately got a different Democrat in there named Walter Mondale after his death. Okay, so maybe if they need somebody out of the way, this is what they do. Okay, I'm just going to tell you another story of what happened to me here with these Democrats here. Okay, this was when I was when I was I tried to join a VFW in Uptown, because I was trying to just, connect with other veterans and stuff like this, right? So I joined this VFW in uptown Minneapolis. This was last year, and it was, it's a fun VFW. They have karaoke, they have bands, it's like old and young crowd, so it was a fun VFW, and I've been there before. But this was the first time I actually tried to join the VFW meeting, and so I go to my first meeting, and they have some snacks and stuff for us, and then they gave us like a drink ticket, for afterwards, right, to hang out and talk to one another. Okay, so I go and I have I'm using my drink, and I'm at the bar. Using my one drink ticket, and I was just talking to another veteran, and this guy that was sitting near me knew this guy that was sitting across the bar, and apparently he was a senator. And he goes, "Do you know who that is?" And I said no, and I said this. He goes, he's Senator Hayden." Okay, so Senator Hayden is a black Democrat here, senator, African American senator. Okay, of Minnesota. Okay, so he was there for some reason, as I'm, drinking my. Okay, this is him. Okay, so he's apparently he's at the bar across from me. I've never had heard of him before. He's, of course, the DFL, a member of the DFL. Okay, in Minneapolis, Hennepin County. Okay, so he's across the bar, and this other guy, and then they do a toast together towards Kamala, and I'm like, oh boy, because I'm not a fan, but I didn't think much of it. There was other veterans there. We were just hanging out and stuff like that. Okay, but later that day, I got sick from drinking that drink. Okay, so later that night when I got home from the VFW, I didn't feel well after drinking that drink. Okay, and then on top of it, I did a video about this, and this I get in the mail. I get my membership card from the VFW, and then it comes with a certificate that says you've been enrolled in accidental death insurance with your VFW membership. Okay, so they enrolled me without my permission at this VFW in accidental death and dismemberment insurance. They said no cost to you, and I said, and then I had made a video about this, and I made a phone call, and I said I this is not okay. I don't, did somebody put this insurance on me at your VFW? Because I didn't ask for this, so this was super creepy experience that I had at the VFW. Okay. This is, this is the way the Democrats treat the veterans. This is the way the Democrats treat the veterans. Okay. Okay. And, I mean, this is, we still have one of the biggest and best militaries in the whole world. Okay, we have to protect our troops and our veterans, because a lot of times we might end up having to call a lot of veterans back, because of things going on in our world. So we have to protect the veterans as well. And this was disgusting, the way I was treated. So I canceled my membership. This was a scary experience. And here I'm thinking I'm going to be around other nice veterans, and then this happens to me. And then I canceled my membership there, and I didn't join. Okay, but I don't really hang out in bars much anymore anyways. So it wasn't like, I was just trying to go to the meetings and see what was going on. And, they seem to have a lot of things going on, good other things going on, but then I had that bad experience. So anyway, but I just wanted to talk about another thing regarding, and then I talked about this other politician that was killed in here, and his name was Chris Turnholm, and he was my friend John's brother, and so he was killed, and he was helping. Okay, this is just the history that hardly anybody knows about, is that he was helping the candidate that was running against Senator Amy Klobuchar. Okay, so that's part of what nobody knows about Chris Turnholm. And Chris Turnholm was found dead in his home at age 53. He had no medical problems, no health problems. Okay, Chris Turnholm. Okay, so this is him, age 53. Okay, okay, so this is him. This was he was a state representative in Richfield, Minnesota, which is now Omar's district. Okay, he was found dead in his home at age 53. Okay, suddenly in his sleep, it says. Yeah, his wife went to bed. He was watching TV, and then she came down in the morning, and he was dead. You know, they didn't even really do a proper autopsy or anything. So really, you know, it wasn't clear what happened. They tried to tell the family it was probably a virus in the heart, but they couldn't prove it, of course, because you can't prove viruses. But that's what John remembers being told about his brother. Okay, but so then of course they get Amy Klobuchar in there, but he was helping the candidate that was running against her, his brother, this guy, Chris. So just, you know, some history here of what, you know, I think it's a level of evil. We've reached a level of evil here that is so scary and disgusting that something has to be done. You know, so I'm very concerned about my vehicle, of what they, I feel like they're tampering with my vehicle, and I feel like they're tampering with my vehicle, and I do not feel comfortable with whatever is going on here with this vehicle. Okay. Then it talks about in Romans 1:28, because people did not like or retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind. Okay. So this is what we're dealing with right now, right? I mean, and certain drugs and porn, okay, and things can open your mind up. It's like a certain part of your brain gets activated, like the reptilian part, and it turns that part of your brain on stronger than the rest. It's called a reprobate mind. Okay, and it's like when you open yourself up to these things, then this part of your mind gets more activated, and it's that, well, God hates it. Okay, God is completely unapproves of the reprobate mind, and because it tends to have wicked behaviors, malice, and disobedience. Okay, so you can read about that, and you know, and that's why, and they don't tell you these type of things about porn or certain drugs. You know, that they can open you up to having this part of your brain activated, where this is now more in control than the rest of your brain, and it's the rest of your brain has a lot better judgment, and so like it opens you up where you don't have proper judgment anymore. It's like you have a really hard time discerning right from wrong. Okay, it's more greedy, envious, okay, things like that. So this is what happens. This is what happens when you do certain drugs and porn and things like that, and that nobody's telling you. And I mean, like it said, it's like then you have a really hard time from understanding what is right and what is wrong, and then you end up making a lot of bad decisions. And so that's why it's really important to try to stay away from these things, so you don't have this happen to your mind. So you know, because it's really hard to bring it back into God's order once this has happened. Okay. So anyway, and then I still have not gotten paid for my travel pay. My travel pay yet. It's been 6 weeks, and this guy said it was processed. So I don't know. Maybe we should try calling the VA and find out what's going on there. You know, he said it was processed last time I called, and I. Okay. Here we are, 6 weeks, and you think this is okay, you know? But this is the way the Democrats treat the veterans here, you know. So this is just so you know. I mean, you're watching in you know, them in action. Their retaliation against me, right in action. You know, that's why I'm documenting this.
Please hang up and dial 911. If you are having thoughts of suicide, press 7 now to be connected to the Veterans Crisis Line, or you may hang up and dial 988, then press 1.
For Mission Act general inquiries regarding eligibility, urgent care, co-payments, insurance, and appeals, please press 6.
For pharmacy, press 1. To make, change, or cancel an appointment, or to relay a message to your primary care or specialty care provider, press 2. To speak to a nurse about a medical condition or a problem you are having, press 3. To apply or determine your eligibility for health care, press 4. For billing questions, press 5. For other questions, press 0 for operator assistant.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Hello. You have reached the Minneapolis VA Medical Center's operators. If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Otherwise, stay on the line and the next available operator will assist you.
VA operator?
Travel pay.
Hold on.
Travel, this is Laura.
Laura, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my travel pay. I've been waiting 6 weeks, and
Your expectations are a little too high because we haven't our appointment
well, let me back up here. Spoke to Daniel already, and he said it was processed, but it still hasn't hit my account, and that was over a week ago.
all right. Well, let's
So
look at
what
it
is
then.
going on here? So yeah, I understand you're behind. You can just save the rhetoric. They said it. I've already documented this, that they said it was processed, but I still hasn't received my account.
What is your name?
Deborah Davis. I don't want to talk to Daniel. I don't want to talk to Daniel. I want just somebody to just let me know when it's going to hit my bank.
Hold on a second.
They keep trying to transfer me to Daniel, and I don't even believe Daniel is a VA employee. I believe he works for Optum, and that's a whole nother subject, what we're finding out about Optum. Optum is a CIA asset company that is got their hands in the VA, all the VA. They're completely screwing up community care. Okay, so Optum has bought off United Healthcare. Okay, Optum. Okay, United Healthcare is the company that oversees Minnesota Care, UCare. It's free healthcare for Minnesotans, right? Okay, so a lot of people, and there's people that even moved to Minnesota for that reason. A lot of people, it's great healthcare for low income, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to cut that off now. They're trying to cut that off now. So if you remember the story about the CEO getting shot from United Healthcare, what was that, like, this year? It was within the year. Okay, then it's really curious how Optum then takes over United Healthcare after that. Okay, so that's the story they're not telling you that's happening in Minnesota. After this guy's death, the CEO's death, this Optum company, who's involved in abusing veterans, somehow bought off, is now the parent company of United Healthcare. Okay, and they are moving the whole United Healthcare headquarters to their location in Eden Prairie. Hello? Hello? This is the travel pay. Hello? Hello? Okay, and I don't believe that this Daniel guy works for the VA. I believe he works for Optum. Optum is an extremely dangerous company. So that now this United Healthcare is a part of this Optum, and they're trying to completely cut off all of the Minnesota Care and UCare. Hello? Are you going to answer my question?
Yeah. Hold on just a moment, ma'am. I'm having a hard time hearing you. Just a moment. All right. What can I help you with, ma'am?
Who is this?
This is Daniel.
Okay, Daniel. Well, last time I spoke to you, you said you processed my VA travel, and I still haven't received it. And that was over a week ago.
Let me take a look. So I'm looking at this first appointment I pulled up, which is September 3rd. Showing that was approved for payment on 10/27.
So I'll get it on 10/27?
No, that was when it was approved for payment.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that was I still haven't hit my account. None of it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking at, because I'm looking at the payment details. Like I said, approved for payment on 10/27, but I do not see a payment date as of yet. So, normally, like I said, I've seen it hit veterans' bank accounts within 3 to 5 business days, but the national average can be up to 10 to 15 business days. So I don't know what, because I did process it.
Okay, well, what am I? Do you think the bank would know if I call them? What's going on? Would they have at least since it's been processed? Would they have a date that they could see?
Possibly, but since I'm not seeing any payment date on this, that means it hasn't cleared through the financial service center for whatever reason.
And where is that
So,
located?
again,
Has it cleared through the
that's located
financial
down in
service?
Austin.
And then what?
Financial service center is located down in Austin, Texas.
Why is that? Why is it located there?
That's just where National VA has set up. They got financial service centers to handle various aspects, different parts of the country.
Okay, and what about the other two? I had three total travel pays.
Okay, so that's 9-3. Let me double check. The next one is August 15th.
What do you mean, August 5th? Oh, yeah. I'm just wondering when you approved them. When did you approve the other two?
Those were processed on October 10th.
So then those should definitely, those should have hit my account by now.
They should.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I mean...
Both of them?
I just see a status of, yep.
Both of them?
3rd of September and August 15th, I'm showing claim status paid. I just, again, am not seeing any payment details.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we're trying to get to the bottom of, is that somebody's holding up our payments in the Austin Center.
Well, that I have no answer for now.
Well, so how am I supposed to figure it out now? If, do you have a number I can call to figure out how I can get my, otherwise this is fraud on a federal level. that we're trying to get to the bottom of.
I can give you the number to the financial.
Oh, well, you know that I'm going to call. You know, I'm not going to play around here. You know, I need to have a number to call to track this down. You know, this has gone on way too long, and this is ridiculous. So what's the number then?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking it up now. Alright. So, that number
Mm-hmm.
is 877
Uh-huh.
353
Uh-huh.
9791.
Okay. And that's the, what is it called? The Financial Service Center in
Financial
Austin?
Service Center. Yep.
Okay. Are other veterans having this many problems getting their travel pay? Or is it just me?
I don't have an answer for that.
Well, you work at the VA there at the travel pay, don't you? So you could,
Yes,
you know,
ma'am.
so is everybody having the 6 weeks out, or is it just me? If you'd work there, you would know this information. But I don't even
Not
think you work there.
necessarily,
He
ma'am.
works there.
Not necessarily, ma'am. I mean, we deal
Well,
with
this is your
thousands
job.
of
If this
veterans
is your
every
job,
day.
is it not? And if you work in the travel pay, what is the average time frame all the rest of the veterans are having right at this point?
Ma'am,
This is a pretty
I've already
general
given that
question.
information. I've already given that information. Both claims, once they hit approved for payment, usually the turnaround is 3 to 5 business days.
Yeah, that's
On
usually
the
what it is, and
national
we're going on
website,
6 weeks now,
it's
and you think this
50.
is normal. But it's just me, and that's what
Ma'am.
I'm trying to prove is that I'm being politically targeted, and that is the whole point that you just helped me make.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm. Isn't that right?
anything
That
else
you
I can assist
you are involved in politically targeting veterans who are
anything I
not
can assist
Democrats, and so I'm now you're a part of it. Thank you. You're going to be held accountable. I'm not messing around with these bastards.